Hi everyone, welcome to Everybody Arts. My name is Mr. Matt and today we're working on value. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color, and you can change that color's value by adding different amounts of black or white. This is on my webpage, everybodyarts.net, but you don't need this page to follow along with me. You just need a piece of paper that you can paint on. We've got Tempera paints today, that's what we need. Some paint brushes, some water, dirty water if you got it, or no, I'm just kidding. Just get 2 cups of water, some paper plates to mix your paint, and like I said, just a piece of paper to paint on, preferably thick stock, like thick printer paper. And if you're gonna print this out, I would suggest printing it on thicker paper. Just makes it so that when you paint on it, it doesn't tear and things like that. So why don't we go ahead and get started? We're going to change the value of white by adding black to it. I'm only going to add a little bit of white to the plate, maybe a little bit more, because when you add black to it, black kind of overpowers everything. When we try to add white to black, I'm only going to put a tiny bit of white, black on here. But that's enough white for now. So I'll just take a little bit of it and I'll put this here. I don't mind if you go outside the lines. Don't worry about your supplies or anything. You know, tempera paint is the best thing to use right now. And now, if you look at the page, it says white. And then right here on this square, it says +1 drop of black. Again, if you're just painting on your own paper, just, paint a little square. And on the next one, add a drop of black to your paint, and then paint another square with that color. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to add a drop of black paint to my white paint right here, just a drop. I'm trying to do just a drop and see how that works. So now, put that gray right here. So that's that. Now we're going to add another drop of black right into the paint that we just mixed, okay? So that we have the gray that we just put down, and now we're adding black into it again. Because it's white +1 drop of black, and then it's white. Basically, this will be white +2 drops. We're changing the value of white by adding more and more black to it. If you put too much paint on your plate, when you go to mix it, you're not going to see very much change between the squares. That's a pretty dramatic shift. I tried it earlier and I didn't, which is why my hands are already dirty. But I tried it earlier and used too much paint, and you could barely tell any changes until the very end. Another drop of black in that same puddle of paint. Go. Oops. Outside the lines. Oh, Mr. Matt, what are you doing? Why? I don't care about lines. Lines are a guide, not a rule. Know what I'm saying? Ooh, last drop of black. That's gonna be dark. See this used to be white. But I've changed its value by adding more and more black to it. That's a nice dramatic shift. I like that. Much better than the one I did before. Believe me, I only show you my best stuff. I've got a lot of garbage that I end up throwing away. Not a lot. Everything I do is perfect. I'm just kidding. It's not true. As soon as I say something like that, something awful is going to happen to everything that I'm working on right now. Oh, wow. So that's great. Look at this. It goes from white into varying values of white because I added black to it. Just a drop of black. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing to black. At this point, you should be pretty familiar with how to mix the colors and, get your values. So I don't want to keep showing you how to paint squares and add drops of paint because I think it's pretty self-explanatory here. Here's something very important to know, and I should have said this at the beginning, and I probably will go back and say this again. This is a very important thing to know for this project. When you're starting off with you know, a small puddle of paint, you want to make it small, because when you add another drop of color to it, whether it's white or black or another color of paint, you want that extra paint, that new drop of paint, to actually make a change. Imagine if you go to a public swimming pool and you take food coloring and you drop a green drop of food coloring in a public pool. Is it going to make the public pool change to green? No, because one drop of food coloring in a giant pool isn't going to make any change whatsoever. You need to add a lot of food coloring, more than probably what you have in this tiny little squeeze bottle. So the smaller the puddle of paint that you're going to drop black or white into, the more change you're going to get. Now that we've talked about how to paint the squares and how to mix the paint, let's just talk about the page itself, and talk about color value real quick. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color, and you can change that value by adding different amounts of black or white to a color. So we're actually at the top of the page. We're taking white and adding black. I don't know why I'm showing the paint there, sorry. You're taking white and adding different amounts of black, and then you're taking black and different amounts of white, and you're getting a value scale. That's basically what you're looking at the top. Next, we're going to look at color shades. And color shades, if you look at it, I put a black background on that one, because shades are what you get when you take a color and add black to it. I chose red. You can choose any color you want. So if you want to pick blue, yellow, whatever paints you have handy, go ahead and then add a drop of black to that, and then continue on just like we did with the white, where you add one drop to the color that you mixed every time for each square. I don't know if you noticed while I was working on the black, but when I was adding drops of white, my white is not a very good white. It's kind of it's almost transparent, which means it's kind of see-through. So when I mixed drops of white into the black, it wasn't really making much of a change. So I had to add like 3 drops for each square. As long as you're consistent and add the same amount each time, you're going to get the same amount of change for each square. So if you have to add extra, that's okay, but just make sure you add the same amount of extra for each square. That's all, because you want to have the same shift. So again, for color shades, you're taking a color and you're adding black. For color tints, you're going to take that color, the color red, and you're going to add white. I didn't see a lot of change on this particular color, and that's just my paint. I don't know. But hopefully you'll have more success with yours. I've had my paint for a few years just sitting in a cabinet, so it could just be old. I don't know. Maybe it's time to get some new paint for me. Father's Day's coming up this weekend, so maybe I could ask for more Tempera paint. Ooh, exciting. Anyway, you guys are awesome. You know, take your time if you want to do this. Pick your own colors, and just you know, have fun. Try it out, and you don't. Again, you can download the template on everybodyarts.net. You don't have to. You can just paint it on your own. Use your own, you know, card stock to make it yourself, and that's it. I hope you learned something today. I learned something while I was doing it, and you guys are the best. You know, take care. Be good to each other, be good to yourself, and have an awesome week. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.